The spring game is back at Ohio Stadium. Also, fans, we'll get the details here from Pat Murphy from Bucknuts on 247 Sports, as well as what he's looking out for this coming Saturday at noon at the Shoe. Hey, Pat, how's it going today?
It's good. You're going to have actual football here this weekend, so something to be excited for.
Yeah, based on what Ryan Day told you guys, what can we expect at Saturday's spring game in regards to the format and also in the stands?
Yeah, so we got word last week about there being fans in the stands, which is a big deal, given they went pretty much all of last season without fans. They did at some points have, family and friends, but it was a very small amount. And if you saw it on TV, it looked very different than it ever does before. But they're going to have just under 20,000 fans, 19,180. 10,000 of those seats will go to Wexner Medical Center employees, the hospital here at Ohio State. Others will be given out to administrative people who've been affected by the pandemic over the last year. And then 4,500 tickets will go out to the general public, and 2,500 tickets will be reserved for Ohio State students who will not have to pay for them. So that's a nice thing that they're doing for the students there. And then on the field, it sounds like they're going to give it about half of a game to play as close to live as they can. Obviously, we've touched on a variety of injuries that they've had during spring, and so Ryan Day didn't want to commit to doing a full game, but he did say they'd probably do half of it live. He wasn't sure about full tackling. Obviously you want to see a lot in this game, and not just the fans, but the coaches, and you want to see how players respond to things, but you also don't want anyone picking up, a injury or something that could affect the team going forward in what is essentially a glorified scrimmage. So it sounds like they'll at least do thudding or, two-hand touch, physical two-hand touch for the first half. And then Ryan Day said they'd probably get some of the guys, I imagine the more experienced guys, out of the game and have what he called the more controlled second half, which I imagine will be kind of a glorified practice where they try certain situations and do things. And the Buckeyes have done that in the past. I remember a couple of times under Jim Tressel where it didn't even feel like a game at all. It was more, we're going to work on this situation, then we're going to work on this situation, and they just happened to be doing it at the Horseshoe in front of a bunch of fans. So I think at least we'll get some, a half that looks like something like real football, which will be nice to see.
Do we know if we're going to have any semblance of a 50-yard dash during halftime, or the quarterbacks getting out there trying to chuck it 70 yards as Cardell Jones has in the past against JT Barrett and that sort of display?
Yeah, they haven't said anything about that. I wonder, because a lot of that is often either guys coming back that are, in the NFL. You mentioned JT Barrett, Cardell Jones. They've done that coming back. I know they've done like races and stuff before where students get involved. I think because of the COVID stuff, they're trying, it just makes it more difficult in terms of trying to get more people onto the field if you're limiting the capacity and whatnot anyway. So that stuff may have to wait another year before you can kind of get the fun halftime aspect back. But yeah, they haven't said anything either way, so we'll have to wait and see on that one.